Hello. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about a brand that I'm trying for the first time the last couple of days, and that is Fit Glow Beauty. And I ended up purchasing a couple of their lip products because they had a 25% off sale with Afterpay. I wanted what really kind of like drove me to make this purchase was one of their newest shades because I looked at their colors before. They're very expensive formula, and I really just wanted to find a shade that like really kind of went along with what I was looking for. And then they came out with Dahlia, and Dahlia is like this what I'm wearing actually today. But Dahlia, I'm gonna do swatches of all of these, really kind of spoke to me because it's that sort of plum shade that for me always makes my eyes look really bright. It always works well with my complexion. And then I wanted to try Live because it also looked like that sort of bright fuchsia that would also be super complimentary for me. So definitely some of the brighter shades that I wanted to try. And then they give like, I didn't know this, but they give really cool samples. And I also got a sample of Gospel. So that's, I think that's really awesome. And then they also gave me a sample of one of their serums, which I haven't tried yet. But I'm actually really pleased with like how nice the samples that came with the products are. But I'm going to give you swatches of all three of these shades because I have them. And of course you can see on my lip, this is the Dahlia shade. And I personally think this is such a complimentary shade for me. These are the kind of colors that just kind of like I think make my skin look really nice and bright, make my eyes look bright. I think it's just such a pretty color. These are a very lightweight formula, but you can feel like that it's a gloss, right? So what I compare this to, like as far as like nourishing, is the OG sculpted lip oils. These actually feel like a little bit more of a balm and like there's nothing on your lips when you wear them, whereas these do feel like you have sort of a nourishing oil on your lips. So they're a little bit more noticeable to me, the Fit Glow, than the OGs. And I do think the coverage looks beautiful. It doesn't like gather around your lips, which is one of the things that I don't like about a lot of lip products, and especially a lot of glosses. I tend to find like as I talk or eat or just do things throughout the day, that gets like this crazy line sort of around my mouth of like the residual product. This just sort of fades, and it fades in a really pretty way. So I do think that they are quite lovely. I think that the sets on the website are kind of a good way to do this because you can get, a bundle and get a little bit of a better price. But they are a very expensive lip product. I think that is definitely one of the more expensive lip products I've ever tried. Okay, so I'm going to show you swatches on my hand. First is going to be the Dahlia shade, and this looks extremely, I think, pigmented in the swatches, but as you can see on my lips, it just looks very natural. Okay, so that's the Dahlia shade. And it is that berry with a little bit of brightness, and it's got that sort of vivacity to it. It's not like a deep, dark berry. It definitely is that sort of bright, pink-toned berry. I think it's super pretty. Then we've got Live, and I really think this is like a fuchsia shade, but it looks, the tube actually looks kind of like it's like a glowy shade, but it's actually quite sheer compared to Dahlia. So it's just like a hint of this pink, which I think is really brightening, and when I have nothing on my face, this is just super pretty. So you can see there, it gives like the smallest amount of that fuchsia shade, and it just brightens up whatever's going on. So I do think that this shade looks kind of scary, but it's just a pretty brightening pink. And it's much sheerer as far as like the base than Dahlia. Then the last one is Gospel, and this is the one I'm sort of interested in the least. I don't dislike it, it's just more of a brown tone. Okay, so let me show you that. Maybe just, it goes like a little bit warmer on me. So it's not my favorite, but that last one here is Gospel right there. And I do think it's quite pretty, but it just looks, a little bit warmer than my lips, which isn't bad. But it's like a nice mid-tone. I would say that it has some color like the Dahlia. It's just on the warmer spectrum. So for me, it's a really nice sample to get. I know it's one that a lot of people like, but I probably wouldn't buy this. But the Live and the Dahlia, I'm very pleased with both of them. What I'm going to do is quick wipe off the Dahlia and show you the Live, just so you can see that it's not as scary as it kind of looks in the tube, because I think that in the container it looks quite scary. So let me quickly show you that. Okay, I'm using one of my micellar wipes. Okay, so yeah, this looks like it's going to be so bright and scary, but it's just super pretty. And my lips have a purple tone to them naturally, so I do think that this kind of lends it to being a little more purple on me, because that's just how my lip color is, right? but I mean, it just looks super subtle, super pretty. It does not look super intense at all. I think that a lot of people would like this. If you like brightening pinks, you will definitely like this shade. But I think if you're like me and you're cool toned, you have blue-green eyes, like definitely think about trying out Dahlia because it's super brightening and really pretty. My go-to between the two of these, like, which, I mean, I think that the Live just looks good with everything. It looks super pretty, but the Dahlia I think is more brightening, and it's definitely the one, like, if I could just get one again, it would be the Dahlia. All right, thanks for watching.